Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Today we're playing a few new games since the two openers we were doing last time, Depression Quest and Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. Both of those were completed last week, so we've got a few new things. And this one is something that I had seen in arcades back in the 90s, Quiz and Dragons. I would see it occasionally in an arcade. The odd thing was, though, I never saw anyone play it. It was just always on its own, alone. Just surrounded by arcade games that people were actually playing. But this one I never saw anyone play. It's an arcade game made by Capcom, released in 1992. And yes, I'm not confirming that I was ever a child. That's something we can only suspect. But this was released in 1992. And it's a trivia quiz game made by Capcom with a fantasy wrapping. Basically, it's Dungeons & Dragons, though they don't actually use the name. This was released as part of Capcom Classic Collection Volume 2 on the PlayStation 2, and that's what we're playing now. Can't imagine. Oh, by the way, winners don't use drugs, says the FBI, just so you know that. And that's the backstory to Quiz and Dragons. There's a bunch of evil dragons in this fantasy world that are asking the people of the world very difficult questions. If they can't answer them, they get eaten. This is basically how the game plays. We roll a dice, and if on forks in the path, we get to choose which way we want to go. Once we land on a square, we're forced to answer questions. Am I playing the regular 20-year-old game? Yes. This is the original arcade game released in 1992, which I assume at least one person must have played in the arcades, even though I never saw it actually happen. So this is going to be a game where we're going to have to answer questions very rapidly. We'll see how this works, since we do have a time limit on each question. Let's learn a little bit about the characters of Quiz and Dragons. So chat, I'm relying on you to know this 1992 era trivia, so we don't get eaten by dragons. And since this is going to become rather fast, I'm just going to pick the characters in order. Every time we die, we'll pick a new one. So we'll start with Fighter and go around, as I'm sure we will die. I'm sure that will happen many times. Let's see how well this goes. Okay, first we roll the dice, and we get a 3, which is going to put us on that Goblin square. Yeah. Prepare for Goblin. We need to answer 2 of his questions right to not die. Okay, who was not a member of the Rolling Stones? Quick. Bill Nyman, Peter Jones, Mick Taylor, Ron Wood. Which one? We have 4 choices. You had to pick one. If I'm going to pick the one that is in the lead by the time. No.
Question 2.
That did not work. Maybe there is not enough time to do that before we get to the end of the time limit. Yes, it seems that there's too much stream delay, so we're going to have to pause it while we do this. What was the first American consumer product sold in the Soviet Union? Which do you think? Pepsi-Cola, Coke, McDonald's, or Levi's? I'm going to have to pause it right there, I think. Otherwise, there will just not be enough time to answer these questions. It's kind of close, but it looks like most people are saying it's going to be number 2, which is Coke. No, you were wrong. You're all wrong. It was Pepsi. Pepsi all along, chat. How are we going to not get killed by dragons and monsters if our trivia skills are so poor? Now, Timothy Hutton appeared in all of the following movies. Which one of them earned him an Academy Award? Was it Daniel? Was it Ordinary People? Was it Iceman? Or was it Taps? Look, you say that you're having a difficult here, but look at our guy, the fighter. He wasn't even born when any of this stuff happened, and he has to answer these questions. So don't make it sound like you have it rough here. Okay, it looks like number 2 is winning again. Let's see if you know what you're... Oh, no. Wait, number 3 is in the lead. All right, we'll see if you know what you're talking about this time. No, it was Ordinary People. It was Ordinary People. What are you doing? We're going to get killed by dragons if you keep this up. Now, I'm going to pick the second character, which is the wizard. Now, chat, the Watergate scandal was uncovered in what year? 1973, 1970, 1972, or 1976? When did the Watergate scandal happen? When was it uncovered? Do you know? Because you're expected to know. Otherwise, we're going to die. Okay, most of you were saying choice 4. And it wasn't. It was choice 3. Look at this. How are we ever going to save the land if we're doing this poorly right off the bat? It's shameful. It's shameful. Who plays Roseanne's husband on her TV show? Is it Carol O'Connor, John Goodman, Danny DeVito, or George Wendt? They don't even have TVs in the land of Capconia. And they expect people to know this, and you're saying it's number 2, which is John Goodman, and that's correct. We finally got one right. I don't know how we're going to defeat the evil overlord Gordian at this rate, though. It's beyond me. When did the Truman Doctrine of anti-communist aid to Greece and Turkey usher in the Cold War era, chat? This is all... Everyone relies on you. I mean, look at this. Look at this. We're almost out of time, and you just don't know. How could you not know this, chat? It's the simplest of answers. Okay, it looks like most of you are saying number 2, which was wrong. It was number 3. It was number 3. It was number 3 the whole time. And how did you people get picked to be the champions of the land, to save it from the evil overlord Gordian if you can't answer these questions correctly? Now, where did pop singer Madonna grow up? Where did she grow up, chat? Come on. Where did pop singer Madonna grow up? You see, you don't have enough time to do Google searches. There's no time to Google search when the fate of the world is on the line. You're saying it's number 3. And that's true. It was Detroit. It was Detroit. We defeated the goblin. We killed that goblin with our knowledge of pop trivia. Only one space. This is not going well. We have to take on another goblin. Oh, but wait, we use the magic of category select. We have 2 categories we can pick. Alright, I guess this is how we're going to have to do it this time. Choose 1 for the category on the left, well, the section of categories on the left. Choose 2 for the section of categories on the right. So either 1 or 2. There's another look at them. No, not 3 or 4. There's no 3 or 4. There's only 2 categories, chat. Okay, it looks... Okay, I guess most of you are going to choose 1, it looks like. So now that we know that, now we have to take a vote on which 4 of those we are going to pick. Movies, television, music, or potpourri. What is potpourri? I guess the only way to find out is to choose that one. If you're confident in your luck that we might know the answer to whatever it is that gets asked in potpourri. It looks like most of you are. Most of you are saying you wanna take your chances with potpourri. So we will.
Question 1.
What does Kimosabi mean, chat? Chat, this goblin's gonna kill us You understand that? You get what's going on here. If we don't know what Kimosabi means, if it means hot sun, faithful friend, fast car, or strong winds, this goblin is going to take our head right off our shoulders. It looks like most of you are, yes, most of you are indeed saying 2. Faithful friend. Now, chat, we can kill this goblin if we know what is the 40th wedding anniversary. If we know if it's gold, silver, pearl, or ruby. If we only know that, chat, we're gonna kill this supernatural abomination who is asking us all these questions. If we only knew. If we only knew. Looks like most of you are saying number 1. So, others are coming up. Okay, looks like you're saying number 1. No! We died! Because we didn't know! You killed him, chat! It was your doing! All along, I don't know if you did that out deliberately. You may have done that on purpose to kill that kindly old wizard. I don't know. Maybe you're on Gordian's side. Maybe you're all traitors. But now we have to pick the next character. We have to pick the Amazon. The Amazon's actually, I think, the best character. Hopefully we'll see why. Okay. Now, we have to know, what year did the Tootsie Roll break onto the American scene? Come on, we were all around when the Tootsie Roll was released in America, right? We all know this. You can't tell me that you don't know that year that we all remember so well when the Tootsie Roll came out. Okay, it looks like most of you are saying it's going to be number 1, so let's do that. Wow, good job, chat. Because of your knowledge of Tootsie Rolls, that goblin is dead. Murdered. By us. We got a magic staff because we knew about Tootsie Rolls. And because of that, the next quiz will only have 3 choices. Alright, let's see if we can keep this up. 4 spaces, which means we're going to have to take on that mage, I think. Yep, there we go. She has my favorite voice sample. We're going to have to answer 4 questions to kill this mage. Okay. What's the German name for Thor, the Norse god of thunder? Donner, Blitzgott, or Tur? Well, chat, she's relying on you. She thinks you know what you're talking about. I hope she's right. It looks like most of you are saying 3. It's going to be Tur. Let's try that. No, it was Donner. Donner. All along it was Donner. All along. We're never going to save the world at this rate, I have to say. I'm disappointed. On the show The Oregon Trail, who played Margaret Devlin? Come on, you know this, right? Is it Darlene Carr, Audrey Totter, or Isabel Randolph? You know this. Come on. I'm sure in 1992 this was highly relevant to people's interests. I'm sure in 1992 everyone was familiar with the Oregon Trail TV show. Alright, looks like most of you are saying 2. And you were wrong. It was Darlene Carr.
Question.
Things are not going well. No, they're not. This mage, look how smug that mage looks, knowing that he's got us.
3.
Who played Mana McCluskey on the show of the same name? Was it Juliet Prowse, Selena Verdugo, or Julie Craig? Chat, do you know? Because, again, TV not even invented during the period of time these characters live in, so obviously she doesn't know, which means we're going to have to answer it for her. Most of you are saying it's number 3. No, you were wrong. You were wrong. You killed her. That death is on your hands. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, let's choose the 4th character, the ninja. Let's see if he does any better. Which of the following stars did not make an appearance on the television series Batman? Was it Roddy McDowell, Don Knotts, or Liberace? Come on, chat. One of these people did not appear on an episode of Batman. It's kind of even, but most of you are saying it's going to be number 3, Liberace. So let's try it. No, that's wrong. And I could have told you that was wrong. I knew Liberace was on that show. I remember that. Who played the title role in the movie The Principal? Was it Louis Gossett Jr., Morgan Freeman, or James Belushi? The Principal, chat. The Principal. Who is in the movie The Principal? Who played the title role in The Principal? It's too even. 2 even between Morgan Freeman and James Belushi. Do you think this mage is just going to wait for us to discuss this among ourselves while you do Google searches to try to figure out who was in this movie? Okay, most of you are saying it was Morgan Freeman. Let's try that. Okay.
Question 6.
Never gonna save the world at this rate. Goethe completed Faust a year before his death. In what year was Faust completed? 1831, 1893, or 1877? Oh man. I don't expect any of you to get this. You didn't even know that Liberace was on Batman. This is totally 90s. This was released in 1992 in arcades. Arcades being the center of popular thought and discussion. That's where opinions were formed, where the great debates of that time were held. People went to the arcades to show off to others. Check out my knowledge of the world we live in as I play Quiz and Dragons. I'm going to get the high score. Man, chat, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Okay, 3 is winning. We're going to pick 3. And no. We killed that ninja. It was our doing. Well, your doing, really. I'm just the representative here, passing on your decisions to the game. We're gonna pick the fighter again.
Question 7.
Prince Albert of Monaco was also called what? What is he called, chat? Is it the Moon King, the Winter King, or the Sun King? I don't know, but if he was really in a situation that he got people to willingly call him any of those things, that is pretty awesome. That's pretty badass, I have to say. It's hard to get someone to call you that without being sarcastic. Okay. Still a bit even. And why is anyone picking 4? You know 4 is not even an option. Yes, actually, Pillows Rose, a few of the questions actually have the wrong answers, so we'll have to watch out for that. Most of you are saying it's number 2. And you were wrong. This mage is laughing at us! Look at him! What region... Hold on. We haven't made a dent in this mage. I hope you know that. I hope you're proud of yourselves. What region, once known as White Russia, lies east of Poland? Is it Red Russia, Belarus, or Ukraine? I'm not seeing any responses. Okay, most of you are saying it is number 3, the Ukraine. And you were wrong. It was Belarus.
Question.
That mage knew the answer. He's not even from this world, and he knew what the answer was to that. You live in this world. On average, how many calories does a cup of air-popped popcorn have? Is it 30, is it 60, or is it 120? Which of these could it possibly be, chat? Okay, looks like it's still even. Okay, okay, 2's pulling ahead. We're gonna try that one. No, it wasn't. We killed our barbarian fighter by getting the wrong answer on popcorn. Time to go back to the mage.
Question 10.
How many times was Gene Wilder thrown off a train in The Silver Streak? It was a great movie, a great comedy with Gene Wilder. I should have clicked new vote there. Forgot to do that. Richard Pryor, that was the other star of Silver Streak, that's right. Just thinking about that, couldn't remember. Still a bit even, still a bit even. Keep in mind, when people played this in 1992, they were in the arcades, and there were no smartphones, they couldn't look up the answer. Okay, you were right, Gene Wilder was thrown off 3 times. Good job. Which actor played the leader of the Magnificent Seven? Was it Steve McQueen, Yul Brynner, or Robert Conrad? Whoops, look at that. I think I forgot to end a vote and then started a new one. Whoops, I think that was too much for Oddme. Yes, I think Oddme has broken down over the stress of Quiz and Dragons. It's just too much for him. He can't take it. Let me see. Let me see if I can... Yes, that'll make him go away. I know, it's very stressful. trying to save the world based on your knowledge of trivia. 1992 era trivia. Not everyone can take it. Not everyone can take the pressure. We're going to see if... Let's see. We're going to see if Oddme... If he can recover from this. If he can bring him back. Okay, there he is. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. Oddme... Yep, he's back in action. Okay. But now we need to know which actor played the leader of the Magnificent Seven, Steve McQueen, Yul Brynner, or Robert Conrad. Oddme's back. He's back. You can't let him down. I mean, he's coming back for you, chat. It's all about you. Most of you are saying it is number 1. And you were wrong. It was Yul Brynner.
Question 12.
It was Yul Brynner all along. Great actor. Okay, what comedian was never a regular on Saturday Night Live? John Belushi, Bill Cosby, or Eddie Murphy? Chat, which one? You should know this, really. I'll be ashamed of you if you don't. I mean, we only have 3 choices. Okay, most of you are saying it is number 2, Bill Cosby, which is right. Yes, that is correct.
Question 13.
Where did Charles Lindbergh land after his famous transatlantic flight? Chat, was it the Soviet Union, was it France, or was it Spain? Talking about a pilot that never existed in that world, landing in a country that never existed. Okay, most of you are saying 2, and you're right, it was France. Okay, we're starting to come back, starting to make a dent in this mage. What river did the adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn revolve around? Was it Missouri, Mississippi, or Arkansas? Okay, looks like 2 is coming up. Most of you are saying 2. And you're right, you're correct, it was. And we killed him. We killed the mage. Mage is dead. We did it. And now, it's time to fight the wyvern. One of Gordian's dragons. We need to answer 5 of his questions. I don't know if we can do this. A little trash talk from this dragon. Okay, chat, the following 4 movies were nominated for Best Picture of 1968. Which one of them was the winner? Was it Oliver? Was it Funny Girl? Was it Romeo and Juliet? Or was it The Lion in Winter? This dragon, he's gonna eat us if we don't know the answer, chat. He's gonna eat us whole. Okay, most of you are saying it's number 1. And you were right.
Question 2.
When did 2 million Americans demonstrate nationwide against the Vietnam War? Chat, 1969, 1959, 1951, 1974. Okay, chat, come on. You gotta know this, because obviously our mage does not. The Vietnam War never happened in his world. It's choice 1. You're correct.
Question 3.
Alright. Who played the title role in the Western Jubal? Was it Alan Ladd, Glenn Ford, Ernest Borgnine, or Van Heflin? Which one was it, chat? I like to imagine these questions are being asked by the dragon in a very deep, gravelly voice. You're saying it's number 3? Alright. Was it number 3? No, it was Glenn Ford. It was Glenn Ford.
4.
We're almost dead. We're almost dead here, chat. Who wrote Frankenstein? Was it William Shakespeare, Mary Shelley, Emily Bronte, or John Irving? Chat, who wrote Frankenstein? You're saying it was number 2, Mary Shelley, and you're right. I'm glad you were able to get that one.
Question 5.
Christopher Reeve plays an investigative reporter in what action film? Is it Street Smart, Somewhere in Time, Superman 3, or Eyewitness? Come on, chat, a question about a movie with Christopher Reeve that was not Superman? Okay, I guess I am. Why are most of you picking Superman? Why are most of you picking Superman? I mean, I guess he's Clark Kent in that movie. Does that count as being an investigative? Okay, we're going to pick Superman. Of course it wasn't that. What are you thinking, chat? You killed the mage with your jokes. Unbelievable. That guy, we're looking at his dead body right now. He's dead because of you. Okay, time to pick.
Question
Go back to the Amazon. All right. His real name is Hugh Craig, but he changed it before becoming a star. By what name do we know this singer? Is it Billy Joel? Is it Howard Hughes? Howard Jones? Is it Huey Lewis or John Lennon? Howard Hughes was never a singer. Whoops. I did not pause in time. No, it looks like we got that. It looks like I did not pause in time before pressing. Yeah. I don't think we're going to be able to get that one. Yeah. That one was my fault. Okay. Hypokalemia is a loss of what? Zinc, selenium, phosphorus, or potassium? Yes, that one was my mistake. I failed that time. Failed my responsibilities to the kingdom. And the world of Capconia. I don't know if I'll be able to get over this failure. Okay, most of you are saying it is choice 4, potassium, and you're correct. That is what it was. Question 8. When did... I have to come up with a more efficient way of ending and starting votes, I think. When did U.S. troops liberate the concentration camp at Dachau? 1942, 1947, 1939, 1945, chat? Spit even, but most of you are saying number 4. Okay, gonna go with number 4, which is correct. It was 1945. Oh, we did it! We defeated the wyvern. We're tough, but from here forward, only hell awaits. Hell awaits us, chat. Okay, here we have a choice of 2 paths to take, but I think that's going to be it for right now. We've actually gone a half an hour playing Quiz and Dragons. It was an intense half an hour. The fate of Capconia depending on our knowledge of trivia. So I think that this is one we're going to be coming back to next time. Yeah, I think next week we're going to continue on, and we'll make a choice on which way we want to go on our path to that castle on the other side of the map, which is where the evil Overlord Gordian resides. Will we be able to defeat him? Will our knowledge of 1992 era trivia be enough to save the kingdom and retrieve the Seed of Wisdom? And will we be able to murder dragons by answering their questions? We'll find out next time, I guess. But maybe I think I have a bit of a better understanding as to why I never saw anyone actually playing this game in the arcades. Because if you were going to an arcade, why would you actually be spending your money on this? When everyone else seemed to be having such a good time crowded around the Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat machines. Oh well. We're having a good time playing it now, I guess. But that's it for right now. So, when we come back, we're going to continue on with another new game, which I think we'll be able to do in one night. So, just take a few minutes of a break, and we'll be right back in a few. See you then.